Hey everyone, today we got a Samsung, what is it, A90 for a screen repair. So, not sure if you guys can see it clearly, but so we already taken it apart. So there's the speaker right here usually, and the back comes off, pretty nice and easy. There's no fingerprint scanner or anything on the back, which is pretty nice and easy to remove. So remove the speaker, and that goes here. So these are screws right here, so we're going to remove that. While removing a back, just make sure you do not damage these ribbon cables, because they are really hard to find. They're not one of the easy ones to find. So we put this back on the side and we remove the speaker. We do not have to remove these screws, so don't waste your time on those. So all we got to do is we got to remove the screen connector off it, and that's the new screen right here. It's got a fingerprint scanner right into it, and they're cheaper quality as well that doesn't have that fingerprint scanner in it. So we're gonna slam that new screen on it, and that's the front of it. It's not making any sound or anything at all at the moment because it's dead flat. We charged it up, tested it, that it is making a sound, which is a good sign out of it. So anyway, what we want to do now is we already removed that cable, so that's what we have to make sure that's been removed, which is good. And we have to heat it up. So we are already heating it up and it's quite hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a cutter or something on it. So we're going to grab that out of it. Let me grab one of those. So we've got a sharp edge tool that's going to help us to remove the screen. So what we want to do, there's a trick to it to remove it. So the best trick that I have found is you dig this right into it from one of the cracks, or just any side of it which has a more crack on it. So if you look at this side, it's got a lot more cracks in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig this right into it. Look at that, it goes nicely in there. So what we want to do now is we're going to pray that all the way in. Okay, it's going to go all the way inside of it, and we're going to pray it up from one side. So it's going to get us in there. We're going to pray this up, nice and easy. Okay, now we got a separation of it from the glass and LCD. So we're going to leave the LCD behind, and then we're going to put that between the glass. So if you look at it right here, we're going to put it under the glass, and we're going to separate the glass first. So look at that. I'm going to separate the glass first. That will come off pretty nice and easy. So we'll let it focus. Here it is. That will get removed, and we can see the glass. So this is a glass in touch of the phone that has been separated from the phone, and this is the LCD underneath of it. So that's the LCD. So right now, depending on how the repair has been done on it before. So if the repair was not done on it before, it would have came out with it. But guess what we found is someone decided to use a double-sided tape in it. Okay, no, there's no double-sided tape in it. Good. So just gonna separate this out. Be careful not to get this in your hands. Okay. So we're just going to put the new screen on the side so none of the glass goes in there, and I'm going to just punch it right out. Look at that, there's the LCD. Okay, there's a glue layering underneath of it. You could, yes, heat it up a lot more, but it's not required to be up front. I'm going to just chuck that in a bin. There we go, sweet. And we got to give this a clean. Otherwise, we can just put this on a side. Just going to blow the glass out of here. So after blowing the air out of it, it's like this. So now we got to get rid of this dust. If we leave this dust behind, it's going to damage the new screen. So best way is to grab the microfiber cloth. Yep, so best way is to grab the microfiber cloth, and we want to get a get this IPA Asprop, so it's 99.8% pure alcohol, so it just helps us. And then we've got the microfiber cloth on it, so we're just gonna spray a little bit on the cloth, and we're gonna give it a clean. Do not spray it right on the phone. If you do it, it will damage these sensors, and all that can be easily damaged. I just don't like risking it. So here you go, nice and easy. It's all clean, neat and tidy. There you go, there's no pieces of glass in there, which is lovely. Alright, so what we're going to do now is just going to in the frame, sweet. Here we go. So all we got to do now is go to new screen and test it. So we got, so let's just test the new screen onto it. So here's our new screen, fantastically looking. Okay, so what we like to do now is first the cable goes in. So we're going to leave that on there, nice and easy. Going to connect the connector. Sweet, let's test it. There we go. Fantastic. The screen works. Let me just click on that. Sweet, all the touch and everything are working. So we're going to turn the phone off this time. Okay, so to turn the phone off, what we're going to do is see if it allows us to do it. Nope. So we're going to slam those two buttons on. Sweet, that's off. Fantastic. So now what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the screen and we're going to put some glue on it. Fantastic. All good, guys. So I hope you all guys are enjoying it. So if so, please hit the like and subscribe button, so there'll be some more new videos coming up on new phones, and let me know like what sort of videos you guys want to see after this one. And so we use a T8000 glue, which is really nice glue. Been using it for many years, and they're really good glue, so never let me down. And I decided not to use a double-sided tape because they take extra space in a phone, so which is not a good idea. But hey, these ones do have a cons as well. The thing is that you don't want to put it too much that it will damage the LCD. So we just want to put a small amount of layer on the sides, or otherwise you'll see LCD's gone black and touch is not working because the glue got into it and it damaged the screen. So it does definitely have a cones, but it has more pros than having a cones on it. So here we go, we just apply a small amount of it everywhere. And then we will be using a Fabric or super glue, you could say, depending on which part of the world you are. So they all have slightly different names for it. So we got that specially, which is a 502 super glue. That's what I'm currently using. They're pretty nice and really good actually. So we're only going to apply this on this area. We don't want to apply it everywhere. If we do apply it everywhere, it will get into the screen and same thing will happen. It's not the best experience then. So now we know our new screen works and our phone works, so we can apply this Fabric. So the only way to remove this glue, if you apply this, the only way to remove it is breaking the screen, so there's no way going back. So whatever you do now on, you've got to make sure you remove any protective layer from the screen if there is any. Like this one doesn't have one on the back. Usually there's one on the back as well. So there's only one in the front, so we're going to carefully align it, lift it up, however you feel comfortable with it. So we're going to align the connector and put it in, then we're going to align the screen. Do not get the screen crooked this time, because if you do it, then it will stay like that, which we don't want. So then we're going to grab a small packaging which came with the new screen, and we're going to put it face down, and we're going to apply a little bit of pressure on it so that the screen get lined properly. Hey, everyone has different way of doing it, and everyone has different comfortable way of doing it, so that's how I do it. So if you like it, carry on doing it this way. And we're going to connect the connector. Let's grab the speaker. Here we are, nice and small. So if the speaker doesn't work after a repair, all you got to make sure is these pins are connected to the connector on it, which is here, properly. If they are not connected properly, the speaker will not work. And if you damage one of those cables, either the charging port isn't going to work, or signal's going to get loose, or there'll be just a whole lot of stuff that can happen. But this bottom part will stop working. Simple answer to all the questions. Let me grab the screws and we'll get the screws on. Here we are. We got all the screws. We're going to screw them in. Go, sweet. So by the way, I'm using electric screwdriver, which is from MI, and they're really nice. Create workflow simple, and they're rechargeable instead of the battery ones, which were the old style ones. They were pain in the ass. You got to put freaking 4 batteries in there, and then you got to recharge them. Man, that was just bizarre, and it wasn't fast as this. So these are really good, bro, and quite like it. Been using it for a couple of months. Never let me down, which is great. It does have 2 modes in it, so I'll do a separate video for this one. However, nice and easy. And hey guys, there's no cuts in this video, so you guys know exactly how the repair went and everything. All I did was I removed that previously, but in the next videos I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen as well. So anyway, we're going to give it a bit of clean with the, again, this IPS Pro, and we are going to put the glue on it. The reason why I like using that chemical is because it gives the glue a little bit more ground to stick on, and all the dust gets removed from the sides so that the glue can stick on properly. So here's nice and easy, and looks really nice. Quite like it. There it is. Look at that. Fantastically shining. That's what we want. So customers like that. That's why we get all the devices couriered to us, because hey, they know what kind of work being done on it, and they quite like it. So we get returning customers. Fantastic. We're gonna put a good layer of glue on it. And hey guys, don't forget to remove the side residual that you get extra glue excess left over after the repair. So we got to make sure that goes out. So here's the back. Hey, he don't want to do the back at the moment, and I haven't got one in stock right now, so he's all good with the same back. So we're just going to slam this back on, and we're going to put some clips on it. So let's grab some clips. So these are the clips that we are using. They're really nice, small, and they don't have really heavy pressure on them, so they don't break the screen easily. Before we put this on clips, what we're going to make sure is that the screen is working. So if there's nothing on a screen at this time, what we want to do is we want to press the volume down and the power button at the same time and hold it until it restarts the phone. So what it's going to do is you should see a Samsung screen in a few seconds. If you don't see it, that means you fucked the screen, bro. The screen had it. So I'm going to give it again. Gotta make sure there's no Bixby button on this one, because sometime, there we go, A95G, and it's all fully working, which is really nice. So congrats, we got to this point and it's working. So we're going to put this in there, and we're going to put one clip on the top. Make sure they're not too tight, otherwise they're going to break the screen, which we don't want. So we're going to put that one there. And hey guys, make sure your touch is working on the screen, so we know this one's working because you can see the passcode. And we're going to put this one right onto it. This one. The reason why I'm using a bubble wrap that came with the new screen is because it kind of gives a bit more cushiness to the screen, so there's no hard pressure right on the screen. But hey guys, do it as you like. Be all good, just make sure you don't damage the new screen. And with that, our repair is done. I'm going to leave that for about half an hour or so, and see you guys in the next video. So please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification icon so you'll get my new videos. So no cut tack, see you guys next time.